Well, in case you haven't noticed, the first month of the decade has seen America ravaged by a great gallivanting monolith of ranting rage and primal pandemonium known as Ministry. We caught up with Al Jorgensen and the crew in New York City recently, and since we knew how much he hates talking about his electro-poppy past, that's the first thing we asked him about.
I usually have, like, artists going 10 years beating their head against the wall, writing great music, and then they just get tired of being poor and they sell out, make lots of money, get on a major label, blah. You know the story a million times over, right? And with us, we sold out before we started, which is, you know, kind of interesting. I think there's two kinds of music. I think there's good and there's bad, and hopefully I'd like to be affiliated with the good side. I really don't, I'm not going to get into this thrasho, technico, cyber, new wave-o, sanitized, homogenized in a box, put it out 120 BPM, down you throw it out, and onto the next platter, you know? It's like, I don't know, it's good.
For the latest album and tour, Ministry's core lineup has swelled to 8 members, with musicians from bands like Killing Joke, Skinny Puppy, the UK Subs, and Rigor Mortis joining up. You could call it this year's alternative rock supergroup, but they won't call it that.
I think it's preposterous. I think it was best summed up by someone else who called it rollerball. I don't think it's a supergroup. I think it's more like rollerball. To sound like I'm some kind of Star Trek empath or something, but, you know, I'm basically influenced by my surroundings. These are pretty aggressive times. Everything's getting me into...
I'd be a mass murderer if I wasn't a drummer. I'd be a mass murderer.
I'd be in jail.
If the abrasive music at a Ministry concert doesn't lure you in at first, the group's visuals probably will. The stage set features fire-burning cauldrons and 3 giant film screens, plus a 12-foot-tall fence that separates the band from the audience.
Since most clubs are so uptight about stage diving, now this isn't actually stage diving. It's fence jumping or fence diving or something, because they can actually climb up without being on their precious little stage and dive off now, and so the kids seem to like it too. In Detroit, we had bolts thrown at us in between the chain link. That was kind of neat, but generally, it just serves a dual purpose. I don't really care about the security aspect. People, if they're going to hit you with something, they're going to hit you with something, and to me, it's all part of being out there, you know? It's channeled aggression. Hell, I'd rather have them throw a beer bottle at me and go out and knife some old lady or something, you know?
Good old Uncle Al. I knew he was a philanthropist at heart. As for Martin Atkins, I think he'd be a housewife if he wasn't a drummer. Right now, let's take a look at a video from Ministry's 1988 LP, Land of Rape and Honey. This is Stigmata.